So yeah, this is the story of how I caught my wife cheating on me with our neighbor. And the craziest part? I didn't confront her. Not right away. I acted like I didn't know anything. Why? Well, let's start from the beginning. Me and my wife, let's call her Emily, we've been together for 6 years. Married for 3. We had what I thought was a solid relationship. We had a routine. We had trust. Or at least I thought we did. But a few months back, she started acting off. Like weirdly distant. She was always on her phone, texting someone, but when I'd walk into the room, she'd lock the screen real quick. I'd ask who she was texting, and she'd say just work stuff or a friend. Thing is, she wasn't that close to anyone. Not enough to be texting at midnight. Then she started spending more time at the gym. Which, okay, I supported her being healthy. But she suddenly went from barely working out to hitting the gym 5 times a week. Always in the evenings, always after dinner. I even joked once like, dang, you're more dedicated than me now. And she just smiled, kinda nervous. Should have been a red flag, right? But the biggest clue? Our neighbor, Jake. Jake lived 2 doors down. Mid-30s, divorced, kind of a smooth talker. The kind of guy who knows he looks good and doesn't mind showing it. He and I were cool. Not best friends or anything, but we'd chat in the driveway sometimes. He was always friendly to Emily too. Little too friendly, honestly. I brushed it off. Until I started noticing him around a little too often. Like, I'd come home early from work and see his car parked out front. Emily would say he came by to help with something in the backyard, or dropped off a package. Once she told me he fixed the washing machine. Thing is, I'm the one who bought that machine. It didn't need fixing. Then came the day everything clicked. I had a weird gut feeling. You know that feeling in your stomach that tells you something's off, even if you can't prove it yet? That day, I told my boss I needed to work from home. Didn't tell Emily. She thought I left for the office like usual. I parked my car a few blocks away and walked back to our street. Hid behind a row of trees near the backyard. And sure enough, not even 40 minutes after I left, Jake pulls up, walks right into my house. No knocking, no hesitation. I moved closer, real quiet, and peeked through the fence. There they were, out on the patio. She was in his hoodie sitting next to him, laughing, holding his hand. And then, they kissed. Right there. Broad daylight. In my backyard. And you know what I did? Nothing. I walked away. Heart pounding. Mind racing. But I didn't storm in. Didn't yell. Didn't even cry. I just froze. Then I walked back to my car and sat there. Thinking. Processing. Later that night I came home like normal. Said, "Hey babe." Kissed her on the cheek. Ate dinner with her like nothing happened. Because in that moment, I made a choice. I wasn't gonna blow up. Not yet. I wanted to see how deep this rabbit hole went. Over the next few weeks, I turned into a quiet detective. I checked her phone while she was in the shower. Found nothing. She was smart. She used a second app, probably deleted the chats. So I went deeper. Installed a tiny tracker in her car. Got access to our shared cloud account. Started syncing her photos without her knowing. And oh boy, the truth came fast. Photos of her and Jake at a cabin, one I'd never heard about. Screenshots of Uber rides she said were gym runs, but were actually hotel drop-offs. She even bought lingerie and claimed it was just for fun. But I never saw her wear it around me. The part that hit me hardest? She looked happy in those photos. Genuinely happy. And I realized I didn't just lose her. I'd already lost her a long time ago. I was just the guy she came home to for comfort. Jake was the one giving her butterflies. But I still stayed quiet. And the longer I waited, the more careless she got. She stopped lying well. Left her phone out. Kept texting in front of me, smiling at the screen. One day I decided enough was enough. But I didn't want some dramatic shouting match. No flying plates or screaming. I wanted her to feel what I felt. Slow, cold shock. So I planned it out. Printed out the photos. Made a folder. Even had a copy of her hotel receipts. And then, I invited Jake and his new girlfriend, yep, he had one, over for dinner. Told Emily I wanted to host a little couple's night. She agreed. Even got excited about it. That night I cooked steak, poured wine, acted like everything was great. We laughed, told stories, played it cool. Then dessert time came. I stood up, grabbed the folder and said, "Before we dig in, I think there's something we all need to see." I laid the photos out on the table. Jake froze. His girlfriend looked like she saw a ghost. Emily? She went pale. Like blood left her face pale. Dead silence. I looked at her and said, "I knew. I've known for a while. I just wanted to see if you'd ever be honest." She started stuttering. "It wasn't serious. It was a mistake. I didn't mean for it to." I cut her off. "You meant it every time. Don't insult my intelligence." Jake's girlfriend grabbed her purse and walked out. Jake followed, trying to explain himself. Emily tried to cry, said she still loved me, that she was confused. But I didn't budge. I said, "You made your choices. This is just the consequence." I moved out 2 days later, filed for divorce a week after that. And the craziest part? I wasn't even mad anymore. I was free. Sometimes silence is louder than yelling. Sometimes the best revenge is peace.